Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Patio Talk with DZ. We got another one, man. Man, he kills a wife, mom, sister, and granddaughter right before turning the gun on himself. So, if you could do me a favor, hit that like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell notification up top, help my page get recommended. I appreciate it. Without further ado, spin it.
My time belongs to you for the next hour and then we're through. My time belongs to you. What we gon' do? Tell me what we gon' do. My time belongs to you for the next hour and then we're through. My time belongs to you. What we gon' do? Tell me what we gon' do.
Yo, check it out. Let's get one.
With breaking news.
And we have been following this breaking story this morning. 4 people found dead inside of a home in Orange County. It happened just after 4 o'clock this morning on Myers Drive. This is in the Union Park area. This is East Orange County. Sky Fox was over the scene just a short time ago, giving us a vantage point. The sheriff's deputies are still on the scene. They say they were called there after a woman who was inside of that house was shot and ran to a neighbor's house for help. Deputies say there is no threat right now to the public. Thanks for being here. I'm Amy Kaufman.
And I'm Danielle Knox. It is good to see you this morning. Fox 45's Nestor Mato rushed to the scene. He's been gathering information for just about the last 10 minutes or so. Nestor, we know you just got there, and we do want to know what deputies are saying, because we know there's a lot they don't know, right, about who was killed, but they do know that that woman who's been taken to the hospital may be able to give them some information at some point.
Well, that's right. We do know that that woman went to a neighbor's house asking for help, and that's when they called 911 and deputies find out what was happening. I want to show you, though, what's happening right behind me. We just arrived here. It's a narrow street on Myers Drive, which is taped off, and we can see at least 3-4 deputy vans and investigators here combing for clues and evidence. They do say it's early in the investigation, but 4 people were found dead inside a home very early this morning. It was just after 4 this morning when the sheriff's office got the 911 call. A woman had been shot on Myers Drive. She went to the neighbor's house for help. That's when they came here and they made that horrible discovery. She was taken to the hospital, and we're working to find out her condition right now. Deputies say, you know, when they entered the home that woman came out of, that's when they really made that horrible discovery. And they're still trying to figure out exactly how everyone, all the victims in the house are related, if they're related exactly. And so this is all stuff they're gathering, and we're also trying to learn from them as well. So as soon as we get more information, we'll give it to you. But a lot of questions, especially about who exactly pulled the trigger here. Again, investigators say it's early in the investigation, so they're gathering information, and we are in contact with them, trying to get it to turn it right back to you. For now, I'm live in Orange County. Nestor Mato, Fox 35 News.
So with that being said, I didn't want to leave you guys in suspense, man. So I went and dug up another clip, because I'm pretty sure you guys want to know who was responsible for this and how he's going to be held accountable. So right now, this dude that is responsible for it is laying in his ICU right now, clinging to life, because he did put one in his head. But at the same time, let me get this other clip up for y'all.
We're here today because of a horrific incident that took the lives of 4 family members in East Orange County this morning. At 4 a.m., our communications center received a 911 call from a resident who said that her neighbor had been shot and needed help. So when deputies arrived on the scene, they entered the home on Myers Drive and found 3 women and a young child, all who were family members, dead from gunshot wounds to the head. The suspect is 23-year-old Chevelle Jordan Jones. He was found on scene alive with an apparent self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head. He's in the hospital right now in surgery. So here's what we know so far. One of the women who was killed was in a relationship with Jones. Overnight, they got into an argument. At some point, Jones began to remove his belongings from the home and then re-entered the home and began shooting. So he murdered the 49-year-old matriarch of the family, her 2 daughters, 28 and 29-year-old. The 29-year-old is Jones' girlfriend, and tragically, he also killed the matriarch's 4-year-old granddaughter by shooting her in the head. Jones shot another daughter, and this is the woman who went to the neighbor for help. She has survived her injuries. Two other children, 4 and 6-year-olds, were found in the home. They had hid under their blankets when the shooting started, and thankfully we found them unharmed in the home. The suspect in this case has no criminal history to speak of other than a failure to appear for a misdemeanor charge from a couple years ago. There is no history of domestic violence or dating violence involving any of the family members or the suspect that we could find. So it's not clear how long the family has been living in that house, but what I can tell you is our deputies have not responded to that home involving those family members. You know, it's never easy to make sense of these tragedies. You know, I'm a father. I can't imagine or fathom such an incident involving my loved ones. And although this will be very difficult for our detectives and crime scene detectives, as they're all mothers and fathers and aunts and uncles who have young children, they're going to work very, very hard to find some answers and put the pieces together so we can find out why this happened. So at this time, I'm happy to take questions.
Can you clarify who the 4 people? It was a mother, her daughter, the mother's granddaughter. Who was the other person that was killed?
So it was the matriarch of the family, her 2 daughters, and the matriarch's 4-year-old granddaughter. Another daughter was also shot, but she survived.
How old was the daughter that survived that went to the neighbor?
She's in her 20s as well.
What is she telling your people about the events that led up to this? Does she know?
Yeah, so apparently what led up to this was some type of argument involving the people inside of the house. And all that's under investigation, but there was definitely an argument. He started to remove his belongings and at some point re-entered the home and began shooting.
The 4-year-old granddaughter, her mother, is she one of the daughters, one of the matriarch's daughters that survived or was killed?
That's correct. So the 4-year-old who was killed and then her twin, the 4-year-old and 6-year-old, are all daughters of the 20-year-old who survived.
Okay. So, does she know at this point that one of her children is dead?
Yeah, I'm certain she does, yes.
Is there anything you describe perhaps, you know, how she's taking this?
Yeah, I can't speak to that. Obviously, you know, as a parent myself, I'm sure she's devastated.
Are you expecting the suspect to survive?
So the suspect, again, he apparently shot himself in the head. He's at the hospital in surgery. If he does survive, he will be charged with these murders, but it's still too early to tell.
Do you know if they have other family who lives in this area that you could talk to more about and find out more about their relationship?
Yeah, I'm not aware of any other family in this area, and you know, certainly as the investigation progresses, you know, we're very early on in it. We'll be talking to family members and friends and neighbors, and to see, you know, what could have led up to this.
How is the mom who was shot? Is she back with her kids? Is she still in the hospital? Where are her kids?
I'm not sure.
Any idea how long this family's been living there? Ballpark estimate?
Within this year, yeah, we're not sure how, but I believe it's within this year.
Was the gun his? Was it registered to him, and what kind of gun was it?
It was a handgun, and unsure about the registration of the gun.
Everybody good?
Sure. Real quick, if I could ask you, what can you tell us about the DeShayla Ferguson murder investigation right now?
What's that now?
What can you tell us about the DeShayla Ferguson murder investigation right now?
So still under investigation. No further details to release on that one.
Any update on the search for her killer?
Oh yeah, we have numerous leads, but again, that's still under investigation. I don't want to release any details about that case.
Everybody good? Thank you, Sheriff.
All right.
So rest in peace to the 3 women that lost their life, and to the little girl that also lost her life. And a speedy recovery to the one that made it away. And to you, dude, you know what I mean? You'll suffer for your actions, man. But please, don't forget, man, hit that like, subscribe, comment, bring that bell notification up top if you like this content, man, and recommend my page to other people. Thank you.